Welcome to OOTO TV, the out-of-the-office investigation from the past into the future of artificial intelligence. This time we're discussing agentic design. Hello everyone, I'm Bob.
And I'm Sue. Bob, today we're really getting into something fascinating. Agentic design patterns.
We are.
This isn't just, coding AI. It's more like, engineering actual intelligence.
Yeah.
Systems that can see, think, and act on their own.
Exactly, Sue. We're looking into what it really takes to build these sophisticated systems. We're leaning heavily on Antonio Gulli's work, plus insights from folks like Paul Bullo. Think of it as like lifting the hood on tomorrow's AI. We'll cover the basics, how an agent even makes a decision, right up to how they learn, change, and maybe even work together. It's the whole architecture, really.
So our plan is, first, we'll look at the absolute core patterns, the building blocks of agentic smart.
The foundations.
Exactly. Then we'll see how these agents handle their own internal state, how they adapt, basically, how they remember and get better over time. After that, it's about the real world. How do we make these things work reliably? Robustness, safety, crucial stuff.
Definitely.
And finally, some advanced techniques for getting them to do really complex things. And, all along, Bob, we'll keep asking those key questions.
Like, is agentic design actually a successful method for businesses?
Yeah.
Does it work in practice?
Right. And can agentic design really deliver manageable customer success? Can it help businesses grow in a way they can handle?
And the big one? Maybe. Are these agentic AI solutions genuinely safe, secure? Can we trust them?
Let's dive in then. Bob, maybe start us off with the basics. What actually makes an AI an agent? Because it's got to be more than a fancy chatbot, right?
No, much more. It's really about giving these systems the ability to act independently, to pursue goals in messy, changing environments.
Absolutely, Bob. At its core, like our sources say, an agent is something that can act autonomously. It makes its own choices.
Right.
It perceives its surroundings, processes that, and then decides what to do to reach its goals. And that leads us straight into these core patterns. They're the real bedrock of this whole approach, not just theory, but actual building blocks.
Okay, and this is where it gets really interesting for me. One key pattern is prompt chaining. So imagine you have a huge task like planning a whole marketing campaign. Instead of one giant ask, prompt chaining lets the agent break it down. Step 1, step 2, step 3.
Oh, okay.
Generating a prompt for each step, and the output of one feeds the next. It's like giving the AI a super organized, multi-stage thinking process. It can handle really complex stuff that way.
Got it. And building right on that, Bob, you have tool use. Now, this is incredibly powerful.
Yeah, this one's huge.
This pattern lets agents actually interact with things outside themselves. External systems, APIs, databases.
Like giving the AI a toolbox.
Yeah, exactly. It can check a database, fire off an email, update your CRM, maybe even talk to some old legacy system. It massively extends what the agent can do beyond just its internal knowledge. It becomes a real digital assistant that, does things.
And for business, you can see it immediately. An agent using tools could take an order, check inventory, update it, send the confirmation, all seamlessly.
The efficiency gains are just enormous.
Totally. But, okay, even with great tools, what if the agent messes up or makes a call that's, not quite right?
Good question. That's where reflection comes in. Our sources really highlight this one. It's the agent's ability to look back at its own output, evaluate it, and then self-correct. It learns from what it did.
A feedback loop.
Exactly. It drives improvement. The AI refines its approach, makes better decisions next time. It's not just programmed smarts. It's like evolving intelligence, learning from actual experience.
And what's really cool here, Sue, is how these patterns work together, isn't it? Reflection isn't just fixing errors. It makes the AI genuinely adaptable.
Yeah, that's a great point. Imagine, a customer service AI realizing it misunderstood you, and then proactively rephrasing its question to clarify. That's reflection making the interaction smoother, avoiding frustration.
And that level of self-correction, that really suggests that agentic solution design can indeed improve both small and large engagement quality and success. It makes the interaction feel smarter, more capable.
Definitely. The potential is just immense. However, Bob, going back to tool use for a second, while it's amazing, it does open up some serious security questions, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. That's the flip side.
How do we make sure these agents with access to maybe sensitive data or external systems stay within their lane? How do we prevent them from, causing unforeseen problems or accessing things they shouldn't?
That's a critical piece. It needs careful design right from the start. Boundaries, permissions, audit trails, all that stuff.
You're listening to OOTO TV with research by author Paul Bullo. That's a really crucial point, Bob, and we'll definitely touch on safety patterns later. But let's shift gears slightly. Beyond just acting, our sources stress how important the agent's internal state is, its memory, its ability to adapt.
Ah, yes, the remembering and growing part.
Right. This is about context and evolving behavior.
Okay, so first up here is memory management. This is just fundamental for keeping track of things over longer interactions, right?
Absolutely essential. It's not just about one question and answer. It's about a continuous conversation or task where what happened before matters.
It's like that customer service agent remembering your whole history without you repeating yourself every single time.
Exactly. That kind of contextual memory completely changes the user experience, makes it feel much more natural, less robotic.
So without good memory, agents just can't build on the past. And then there's learning and adaptation. This is where they actually get smarter, more effective, just by doing their job.
Pretty much. They refine their strategies, they improve their decision-making based on experience. This is huge for dynamic situations where things are always changing. It's not programmers tweaking code constantly, the system itself learns.
Okay, and how do all these different smart parts, talk to each other? How do they share what they've learned or decided?
That's where something like a model context protocol, MCP, comes in handy. Think of it like a universal translator or a shared whiteboard for different AI agents or even different parts of the same agent.
Ah, okay. A common language.
Precisely. It ensures that everyone's on the same page, that vital context isn't lost when information passes between components. Seamless teamwork, basically.
Right. And connecting this all together, Sue, this means agents can work with a much deeper, constantly evolving picture of their tasks and the world around them.
Exactly. Which leads directly to goal setting and monitoring. Agents aren't just passively reacting anymore. They can actively define their objectives and track how well they're doing at achieving them.
That intentionality, that's a big leap. An agent with goals isn't just responding, it's driving towards an outcome.
And this level of self-improvement, Bob, this purpose-driven action, well, it strongly suggests that agentic design is a modality to achieve business continuity while achieving rapid growth.
You can really picture it. An agent optimizing itself for business targets, maybe spotting new opportunities, adapting its strategy on the fly, like a super intelligent, always-on growth engine.
It's exciting, definitely. But while goal setting sounds great, defining and monitoring really complex, maybe shifting goals for an autonomous agent, that could get tricky, Bob.
How so?
Well, especially in fast-moving business environments, how do you make absolutely sure the agent's goals stay perfectly aligned with the current business objectives without needing constant human hand-holding? And what about, unintended side effects if the goal is defined too narrowly?
That's a fair point. Ensuring that autonomy doesn't drift into, unhelpful or even counterproductive territory, it's a balancing act.
It is. And that leads us nicely into the next crucial area. Making these systems dependable, trustworthy, resilient.
Yeah, what happens when things inevitably go wrong in the messy real world? This is where theory meets practice, where businesses need assurance.
Exactly. And that's where exception handling and recovery is key, Bob. Intelligent agents have to be able to handle errors gracefully.
Can't just crash.
Right. They need to recover from unexpected situations, keep the system stable even when things go sideways. It's about building in robustness, letting them sort of self-heal to minimize disruption.
And for those really tricky situations you mentioned, those gray areas, the human element isn't cut out, is it? It's integrated through human-in-the-loop patterns.
Yes, that's vital. This ensures that for critical decisions or ethically charged situations or just high uncertainty, there's always human oversight or a way for a human to step in.
Intelligent collaboration. Humans and AI working together, playing to their strengths. Fosters trust, too.
You're listening to OOTO TV with research by author Paul Bullo. Which brings us back to that fundamental question, Bob. Are agentic AI solutions truly safe and secure?
The million-dollar question.
Well, the design patterns try to address this directly with things like guardrails or safety patterns. These are explicit mechanisms built in to ensure the agent behaves ethically, safely, and, stays aligned with its intended purpose.
So preventing harmful or unintended actions. Not as an afterthought, but built in from the start.
Exactly. They're designed in assurances for responsible operation.
And to make sure these agents aren't just making stuff up, but are grounded in facts, our sources point to Retrieval Augmented Generation, or AG.
IG, very important.
Yeah, instead of just using its training data, which might be old, RG lets the agent instantly pull relevant, up-to-date info from huge external knowledge bases.
Like giving it a library card to the entire internet, but curated?
Kind of. It dramatically boosts accuracy and usefulness, makes them much more reliable and factually grounded.
So when you combine all these things, Bob, the robustness, the human oversight, the knowledge grounding with RGA, the explicit safety guardrails, it makes a pretty strong case, doesn't it?
It really does. It tells us that agentic design significantly improves quality and assurance when designed as a complete solution.
Yeah.
It's about building that trust and reliability layer by layer.
Absolutely. And for businesses wanting to actually use this effectively, our sources really hammer home that agentic delivery is critical to driving AI to achieve your goals.
It's not enough just to build a cool agent.
Right. It's about how you deploy it, integrate it, manage it within the organization so it actually delivers real measurable value. That includes sophisticated stuff too, like inter-agent communication, A2A, so different agents can work together smoothly.
And resource-aware optimization so they run efficiently.
Exactly. The level of control and assurance these patterns offer, from detailed evaluation and monitoring to ways of setting prioritization, it really takes AI beyond just simple automation.
It turns it into intelligent, purpose-driven action, even enabling things like exploration and discovery, where the agents might find new insights themselves.
Okay, Bob, let's pull back a bit. Looking over everything we've discussed about these agentic design patterns, what are the big takeaways for you? It's been quite a tour.
What really hits me, Sue, is just how comprehensive this approach is. We've seen how these patterns take AI from, basic processing to something genuinely autonomous, adaptive, and driven by purpose. From prompt chaining for complexity to tool use for real-world action to reflection for learning. Each piece adds to this picture of, engineered intelligence. It feels like a real step change.
I agree. The themes that keep coming up, autonomy, adaptability, collaboration, they're clearly central. But just as vital, like we discussed, are those patterns ensuring robustness, safety, accountability.
The human in the loop, the guardrails.
Exactly. It shows a real effort to build responsibility into the system from the get-go. It's a holistic view, aiming for powerful and trustworthy AI.
So let's loop back to those key questions we posed at the start. First one, is agentic design a successful method for business solutions? Based on all this, I think the answer is leaning very strongly towards yes.
Yeah, I think so too. The potential to improve how companies engage and to actually drive growth it becomes much more concrete when you see how these agents can plan, learn, use tools, handle complex processes. It's a serious upgrade.
Okay, second question. Is agentic design capable of providing manageable customer success for business growth?
Again, the evidence points towards yes, particularly if it's designed as that complete solution we talked about, boosting quality and assurance. The focus on setting goals and constantly monitoring progress means agents can be actively geared towards keeping customers happy, making growth more sustainable, maybe even more predictable.
Imagine agents proactively working to understand and meet customer needs better.
That's powerful.
Definitely. And the third big question, are agentic AI solutions truly safe and secure?
This one feels a bit more nuanced, maybe. Well, yes, no system is perfect. But the inclusion of strong exception handling, the human-in-the-loop options, those dedicated safety patterns, they directly tackle this concern. It's about designing safety in, providing oversight, having recovery mechanisms. It's a serious attempt at risk mitigation to build trust.
So it seems these patterns really underline the idea that agentic delivery is critical to driving AI to achieve your goals. It's not about isolated tricks. It's about building integrated, evolving systems that operate with real intelligence and purpose. They become partners almost.
It's an incredibly exciting frontier, Bob.
It really is. So maybe a final thought for you, our listener. As we give these intelligent agents more power to explore, learn, discover on their own, what new kinds of human-AI collaboration might emerge? What totally new behaviors, things we haven't even thought of yet, could come from systems that aren't just smart, but truly agentic?
And picking up on that mix of autonomy and oversight we talked about, as these agents get woven deeper into critical business operations, what does their constant evolution mean for our responsibilities, the ethical considerations, the operational oversight? How do those scale as the agents become more powerful and reach further? It's not just about the tech, is it? It's about the future we build with it.